Hi everyone! In our last episode, we exposed the top reasons Filipino foreigner marriages fail. So today, we slow down, not to criticize, but to explain. Because every failed relationship is often a failure to understand. Well, welcome back to another Real Talk. This episode is not about drama, it's about cultural education. Because too many foreign men fall in love with a Filipina without really understanding the world she came from, the values she carries, or the depth of her identity. And so, today's episode is all about fantasy versus reality and why some foreign men can't handle the real Filipina. Hence, this time, it's now with a stronger educational and cultural deep dive. We're diving into who the Filipina is, culturally, emotionally, and historically. Why she acts the way she does, why she might seem soft until she sets a boundary, why she's loving and patient, but not always the passive woman some expect her to be. And if you're a foreign man in a relationship with a Filipina or dreaming of one, this is the education you didn't know you needed. So firstly, we will discuss about who is the Filipina culturally. So the Filipina is not just a woman. She is the product of centuries of culture, colonial history, family tradition, and survival. So let's start here. Race and collectivist culture. So Filipinas are born into collectivist societies where family comes first and individual desires are often set aside for the greater good. That's why she may seem hesitant to make solo decisions. She may consult her parents even after marriage, or she may financially support relatives even if it stresses her. This is not dependence, this is utang na loob, a deep sense of duty and gratitude rooted in Filipino culture, okay? So, we are taught to be respectful but resilient. From childhood, many Filipinas are taught to be mapagbigay or giving, mahinhin or modest, masunurin, obedient to elders or authority. But don't be fooled, because behind the soft tone is often a woman who has carried heavy responsibilities, emotionally and financially. That's why many are patient, resourceful, and quietly strong, because survival taught them to be. And here comes faith and morality are deeply ingrained. So the Philippines is a deeply Catholic country. You can't deny that. That means most Filipinas grow up with a strong belief in loyalty, avoiding divorce or scandal, sacrificing for the sake of love or family. So when she enters a relationship, especially with a foreign man, she often does so with the serious intentions, not just casual love. She gives everything and hopes it will be enough. But if the partner doesn't understand these cultural codes, especially the foreign partner we're talking here, her depth can be misunderstood as either clinginess or passiveness. So, would you like me to continue? Part 2 of this discussion: how Filipinas act in foreign relationships. Alright, so let's now talk about how these cultural roots shape her behavior once she enters a relationship with a foreigner, okay? Listen carefully. Foreign men often say, "She's so sweet, she's not like the woman back home. She's quiet, she doesn't complain, she just supports me." And yes, in the beginning, that's often true. But here's why. She adapts first because she was raised to adjust. Filipinas are taught to observe, not to react, to support, not demand. Especially when someone is older, richer, or foreign, she may naturally give more space out of respect, not submission. She reads the mood, she adjusts her tone, but deep inside she is watching if you will respect her values too, or if you'll just enjoy her silence. In her camps, she often avoids direct confrontation. It's not dishonesty, it's cultural. Many Filipinas believe in pakikisama or harmony. So even when she's upset, she may choose peace over argument. But mostly, this leads to misunderstandings. A foreigner might think she has no opinion, when really, she's just choosing her battles. Or he thinks everything is fine until one day, she emotionally disconnects. So she gives everything, but she watches everything too. Filipinas are known to be loyal and giving in relationships. But they are not naive, as what you think. She may quietly track how you speak to her, whether you listen or dismiss her, or if your help comes with control. And when she sees you're only loving the version of her that stays small, she starts emotionally pulling back. That's the moment where many foreign men start to say, she's changed. But the truth is, she didn't change. She just stopped hiding her whole self. And here comes common misreadings by foreign men and why they happen. Here's where most cross cultural relationships break. Foreign men misread her silence as agreement, her kindness as weakness, her adaptability is submission. But those are cultural blind spots. For instance, misreading number one, she never complains, so she must be happy. No, she may be keeping the peace because that's how she was raised. And here comes number two, she lets me lead everything, so she's okay with it. No, she may not be okay but doesn't know how to express it without being labeled disrespectful. And number three, she's too attached to her family. She's not independent. You know why? Family is core to her identity. Cutting ties just to prove independence isn't natural in Filipino culture. That is why many foreign men feel shocked when their Filipina partner suddenly pushes back, gets distant, or ends the relationship quietly. It wasn't a betrayal, it was a build up. Okay? Alright? So, what foreign partners must learn to build something real? If you truly want to be a Filipina, to be with a Filipina, the real Filipina, you must unlearn the fantasy and lean into cultural growth. Alright? So, number one, learn how she communicates. Understand that indirect doesn't mean dishonest. Read between her lines, value her silence as much as her words. And additionally, respect her ties, not just to you, but to her family and community. You're not just dating a person, you're entering cultural web of responsibility, love, and loyalty. And that doesn't mean you have no say. It means you grow together. And moreover, let her evolve. The woman you met may be gentle, but she can also be assertive, curious, ambitious. Let her grow. Don't fall in love with a version of her that keeps you in control. Alright? So, yeah, to my fellow Filipinas, your culture is not a flaw. Your kindness is not a weakness. You don't have to lose yourself just to be loved internationally. And to the foreign men who truly care, if you want a real relationship with a Filipina, you must also be willing to meet her in her cultural depth, not just your personal comfort. Love that lasts isn't built on fantasy, it's built on respect, learnings, and humility on both sides. And if you can handle that, then maybe, just maybe, you can handle the real Filipina. So that's all for today's episode. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and leave a comment. Let's break the stereotypes one real conversations at a time. See you in the next episode and my next real talk. This is JM, and thank you for following and for your great support from the beginning. God bless you all and stay tuned for the next episode for the next real talk. God bless you all again. Bye bye.